The National Spinal Injury Centre opened its doors in 1944, marking the beginning of a journey towards offering excellence in care for people with spinal cord injuries.
Sir Ludwig Guttmann was the pioneer and was instrumental in the development of the National Spinal Injury Centre. He was passionate about rehabilitation, even though he was a neurosurgeon and neurologist who came and fled from Germany with his family. Previously, the outcomes for spinal cord injuries was very poor, and Sir Ludwig Guttmann revolutionised this care. And this was very much about the nursing care that was provided. This includes turning patients to prevent pressure sores, but also good bladder care, including catheterisation to prevent infections, which was linked to very high mortality rates in these sorts of patients. Sir Ludwig Guttmann also observed that patients really needed to return to a meaningful life. And before, they were really a forgotten population, they were scattered around hospitals, and he thought that sport could really play a really important part in patients' recovery and their lifelong care. And he set about setting up the Stoke Mandeville Games, which was a precursor to the first Paralympics in 1960 in Rome. 40 years later, the facilities and buildings were inappropriate for our patients, and this led to a national funding campaign which led to the opening of the new National Spinal Injury Centre in 1983. The new centre provided more spacious wards, spaces for therapy and rehabilitation, and an outpatient department. It is also our 80th anniversary, and our centre is internationally renowned for spinal cord injury care. The only centre in the UK that has a designated ward for children with spinal cord injuries, but also a state-of-the-art upper limb lab that has robotic technology. We're very proud of our innovation and leadership over the past 80 years at the centre.
What's even more amazing than the story of how our centre came about is our staff. And let's hear from a few of our staff about their stories.
The reason that I love working at the National Spinal Injury Centre is because I learn something new every day, and I have the privilege of being able to help people regain their lives after a traumatic spinal cord injury.
I enjoy working at the National Spinal Injury Centre because it feels a lot like family to me. It's like I come to work because of the patients, because of my team, and we're all pulling together for the common welfare of our patients, that they're properly educated in how to look after themselves after an injury, and really trying to provide that lifelong care.
The reason why I started volunteering was that I wanted to give back to the unit. I wanted to work with patients and to help them through their rehabilitation journey the same as I had. It's a really rewarding and valuable position.
As our Professor Goodman said, our patients can have careers and can have families, and we are there to enable this.
What I love about working at the National Spinal Cord Injury Centre is the idea of being able to be a part of our patients' rehabilitation journey.
For the last 21 years, I've worked directly with the children on St Francis Ward. Over those years, it's been a real privilege to work with so many families and children, to watch them develop into adulthood.
What I've really enjoyed is being able to develop paediatric services for children with spinal cord injury.
What brings me to work every day? I love the challenge of meeting new patients. I love enabling them in their activities of daily living.
It's about individually working with people at a really traumatic moment in their lives to help support their adjustment, to influence and lead on a wider perspective in terms of national and international standards for psychological care. And that influencing with positive change is I think what the NSIC has always been about.
I really want to give a huge thanks to all our staff and their dedication day in, day out, year after year.